I was out in the world. I've been out in the world a lot. And it was very calm, creepy, like being in the forest when the birds know you're there. Everything's kind of quiet. And then today, run into somebody that fucking just like, we stood there long enough that he finally turned to me in his jack boots, and he says, yeah, we're gonna start making a lot of money pretty soon. He just had this. He did have an empty grin. There was no joy in it. He was doing one of those Trump testing things that have been going on for years. If you don't agree with him, they just shut the fuck up. This guy, it's too far gone for that. And I looked at him. I said, what do you mean we're going to be making a lot of money? He says, yeah, they're going to be getting rid of all the illegals. And this is just to let you people know what's going on in America today, the 7th of November, 2024. So what do you mean? He said, yeah, they're going to get rid of all the illegals. And I looked at him. I said, wow. I said, you know that it's going to be hard for all of us. I don't normally talk to people that I know are just, now, no. It's just I don't normally run across them. I guess if you ask, it's kind of hard. Victoria, she tries to keep me quiet sometimes, only in extreme circumstances, but that doesn't work. And she's very good for me. And he says, what do you mean for all of us? And I said, well, there's going to be, they say, there's going to, I said, there's going to be a temporary hardship for all. And he looked at me like he didn't know what I was talking about. I said, Elon Musk. And it was in the last 2 weeks, but I said, Elon Musk in the last week has said that there's going to be a temporary hardship for all of us, but he didn't give a time frame. I said, we're all going to be hurting if that's the way that's working. And then he started getting mad because for some reason he was very calm. And just because it all applies to this story, I mean, imagine if he were a Christian evangelist supporting that poor guy. It doesn't make sense because he looked at me and for some reason he said, I've got bullets. And I'm like, well, yeah, a lot of people have bullets. And he's finally, I'm the devil, he said. And I looked and I said, I'm kind of a devil too. And he says, no, you're not. No, you're not. And then I tried to get into a conversation with him about how veterans don't support Trump, but I wasn't putting all that into it. And I mentioned, I said, you know, I did my war, and I got out. And he said, you want to see the mindset of these kids? This is like probably a 20-year-old. He was raised alone with his crazy, angry parents when quarantine was happening. And this is what he thinks now. He's old enough to vote, but not enough to think.